Hello YouTube, Pricele17 here, but you can just call me Travis. And welcome back, finally, to another edition of Up Next on the Shelf, the series where we take a look at what's up next on the shelf. Like I said, sort of, or implied, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Mostly because, as much as I say I'm not embarrassed about what I listen to, if there was going to be a video where I lost a bunch of subscribers and got a bunch of thumbs down, this would be that video. So let's see how this one goes. In the background, we're listening to talks about this album in my Storm Spell Records highlight video. This is Starblind with Darkest Horrors. All right, let's see how we do. All right, first up, we got 3 releases from the same artist. I did actually talk about this artist a few months ago when I picked up one of their other releases. This is a band called Belanova. They are a electro pop artist from Mexico. This album, Dulce Beat, was my introduction to the band. It was actually one of the first really albums that I was drawn to when I was first really diving into electro pop. The song Miedo in particular, I love that song. Awesome stuff, very upbeat, poppy. So if you're into pop music, you're not gonna like this, but if you do, then you'll be into this. 3-piece, got a guy playing bass, guy doing the other instrumentation and keyboards and all that stuff, and then our Denise Guerrero on vocals. So yeah, this is I think this actually is their debut album. I'm not totally sure on that, but I think that's the case. So yeah, Dulce Beat. This is actually the one that I showed a couple months back when I bought it. Because I actually, what happened is I pulled out this stack and I had noticed that I didn't have this, and I thought I had for sure that I had purchased it before, but obviously hadn't, so I needed to buy that. So that's Fantasia Pop, and that is the release that came out after the previous one. Again, 3-piece electro pop group, Mexico. Awesome, good poppy, catchy stuff. Particularly love the song 1 2 3 Go, parenthetical 1 2 3 Go. That would get me jacked up every time. So yeah, again, if you're into pop music, you're not going to like this, but if you are, maybe something worthwhile to check out. And then finally, the release that I picked up after, I picked it up before this, but it's the release that came on after it. And this is Sueño Electro 1, and there is a part 2, but so far, the only copies I've been able to find are really expensive, so I have not yet purchased that. Someday. Again, nothing new here. Electro pop, 3-piece from Mexico. Very poppy and upbeat. Don't say I didn't warn you. Although I don't know if I really presented it as a warning. But now you've been warned. Alright, next up, this is a release. You've all probably heard of this artist, but you might even be surprised, even still, that I haven't. And that's this is Justin Bieber with My World 2.0. This is a obviously you know Justin Bieber, probably a pop artist. He released an album before this, I believe, just called My World. It had less tracks on it. This is a later revision. That's why it's the 2.0. Mostly bought this because of the song Baby. If you like pop music, you can't deny that is a catchy song. I do apologize to all you though for owning this. And here's a bunch of, I don't know if I've actually ever opened this before actually. I'm not sure I have. But I'm assuming there's all pictures of him. Oh no. A bunch of girls. So maybe they're fans or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on before the hate gets any stronger. So yeah, Justin Bieber with My World 2.0. Actually, if I was going to own any of his albums, I should own, what's that one? Purpose. I think that's the one actually I think of his I like the most. But you know, not super big fan of Justin Bieber, so haven't really ever picked up anything else by him. Moving on. This is a band called Bigdumbface. This is a solo project from West Borland, who you may know from the band Limp Bizkit, famous for wearing animal suits and other craziness on stage. This is a one-man project that he did. That sort of is a I don't know how to even really describe this album. It's metalish, weird, and kooky. It's sort of an album you might imagine West Borland would release on his own. The name of the album is called Duke Lion Fights the Terror. So yeah, I mean, we got a song called Burgelweist, and then we got a song called Duke Lion. Callie is a Sweet Hog. Redhead on, Blood Redhead on Fire. That was actually, I think, my favorite of them. It's been a while since I've listened to this. Anyway, just a weird kind of album. You know, at the time I was super into new metal and stuff, and so I heard West Borland's name and needed to check it out. And at the time I liked it, but it's not anything that I would say that anyone needs to check out unless you want to just listen to something weird. Yeah, something, just kind of a cool little piece to have in the collection. So yeah, Bigdumbface with Duke Lion Fights the Terror. I think I might have said the Horde the first time. It's Duke Lion Fights the Terror with 2 exclamation points. So they're really terrifying. Alright, next up, 2 releases from the same artist. I think these guys are out of the Netherlands. I'm almost certain I played one of these. Oh yeah, I think I did on Friday the 13th. I played this one. The band is Bile. They are a death metal grindcore band. They're up to sort of what do you call it? Thematic concept albums. This one, they call The Shed, is based on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So yeah, this is cool stuff. Kind of a good mixture of really kind of like blasting grind stuff and really kind of mid-paced, brutal death metal-y kind of a vibe kind of thing going on with it. Nothing that I super am into a lot, but this is a solid release. This one may actually be more of an EP based on the length. Can't recall actually. I think it may be like 15 minutes maybe. But that's sort of guessing. But yeah, definitely worth checking out if you're into death grind, gore grind kind of a thing going on. This next one up actually is a much stronger release from the band. This one is called Camp Blood, and as you may assume from the cover art there, this one is a concept album around Friday the 13th. I don't think I mentioned it, but this band does like samples and stuff too, so that is a cool addition that adds to the release and its overall horror movie vibe. Again, same thing, a good mixture of you know, blast and grind and sort of a mid-paced chug brutalness. It's they really do a good job of on this album. Really enjoy this one. So yeah, that's Camp Blood from Bile. Alright, the remaining 5 are all from the same artist. One of them sort of the same artist. And this also is the portion of the video that if Wordvert is watching this video, I deeply apologize for what I'm about to show. The next up is a rapper who goes by the moniker of Birdman. You may be sort of familiar with him from maybe either this release or just sort of his association with Lil Wayne, because he did have this release called Like Father, Like Son, which is a Birdman and Lil Wayne release, very much in a similar vein to his other material. So I sort of, for maybe obvious reasons, sort of link it in with his solo material. If you're not familiar with him, he is the owner of Cash Money Records. So, you know, Lil Wayne, where he came from. A lot of the stuff came out in like the 90s, like Lil Wayne, Hot Boys, Big Timers, which actually, is he one of the Big Timers? I think he actually might be one of the Big Timers. If not, it definitely is, what's that guy's name? Oh, I feel bad, I can't think of his name. I'm looking it up. Good producer on the label, actually. His name is Manny Fresh. Manny Fresh. I think he was the other big timer. Anyway, I'm digressing. Cash Money Records. More recently, I think actually now he's had a falling out with Lil Wayne. They kind of argued over royalties or something. But Drake, Nicki Minaj, you know, I don't know if they're still on the label, but I think they might be. Anyway, just regardless of outside of his own material, sort of is on the forefront of sort of some of the more popular poppy, if you want to say, rap artists that are out right now. And anyway, specifically when I came across this release, Priceless, I became really into his solo work. It was around the time that I was getting into pop music, and so just anything that was sounded poppy, particularly I was looking at a lot of producers and seeing who all they were doing songs with, and several of those producers led me back to this release. And that's regardless of what you can say about Birdman and his rapping ability, because I won't say it, but there will be quite a few people who will say that he is not a good rapper and that his lyrics are not very good. But like I said here before, for the most part, lyrics are something that I unpurposefully just totally ignore. So you can be a totally trash rapper and I would never really know it. Anyway, that sort of is part of the reason why I've been able to enjoy this release so much, I think, because, man, he pulled out all the stops, and there's just so many awesome productions on this one. Boy 1 is on here. Who else we got? I'm just totally blanking right now. Man, I'm not finding it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Awesome productions all over this release. Love so many of these songs. For Town, what's it called? For Town, For My Town, Play Ball. That one features Drake and Lil Wayne. Shinin' features T-Pain, which I actually think that's actually a T-Pain production. That song, I fucking love that song. That song just like gets me hyped. Yeah, I mean that's what this is. This is a poppy rap album. This is an album you would hear tracks in the club. You know, you're not listening to this album to you know, to hear some good bars or anything like that. And that's, you know, for the most part, you know, a lot of rap I listen to is for that exact reason. You know, I sort of viscerally listen to music, and a lot of times rap is no different. So anyway, love this release. I've listened to this album a bajillion times. And so it made me want to dig in further with his other material. And at the time, I just, you know, went out and I bought everything that I could find. This was his first one. I think at the time, actually, he was trying to go by the moniker of Baby. And I think actually the album is called AKA the #1 Stunner Birdman. So I don't know exactly. This one in particular, of all his releases, woo, I'm glad it landed on the face down, so that was good. This one more so than ever. Look how young he looks there. more than the other ones. I'm not so much into this one. Definitely has, I don't know, just it's. I'm not into this one. This next one up that he released after that one. This one definitely is an improvement. This one is called Fast Money. This is a screwed and chopped version, which means it has extra tracks and shit like that on it. This one is definitely a step up. I like this one much more so than the previous release, but still so definitely not a super strong one for me. Don't listen to this one very much at all, but was happy to add it to the Birdman collection because I do appreciate his material, sort of, I guess, particularly that Priceless album. And then finally, this one is probably the closest one. Actually, there's definitely a good step up for me on this one. This one is a 5-star Stunna. Number one Stunna. Do you guys remember that song? Was that a Big Timer song? Anyway, that was Birdman. Yeah, definitely. I enjoy tons of the productions on this one. I think that's the thing that really makes me like this one more so than the other two, is that the production game on this one is definitely much more to my liking. Credits and stuff, and the pictures of our guy Birdman. All right, and the last one, which I already sort of just showed you guys for a second there. And that's this is Like Father, Like Son. Oh, my battery's almost dead. From Lil Wayne and Birdman. This is a double album. There's only like a few tracks on the second disc, and I'm not sure actually. They might actually be bonus material. They might actually not be part of the album. I'm not totally sure. But yeah, this is a good album. I enjoy the productions on this one. If you like Lil Wayne, you know Lil Wayne's on here, so. If you don't like Birdman, at least you got Lil Wayne going for you. And yeah, I think they do well together. They, flow off each other as well as Birdman and Lil Wayne can flow off each other. I don't like this release as much as those latter two Birdman albums, I would actually say, but I do like it. It's enjoyable. Don't listen to it as much. If I go for a Birdman album, it's like 99% chance I'm grabbing Priceless, but a good half of the remaining I'm probably going to grab Priceless Star Center. But I might grab Like Father, Like Son. It's a pretty okay album. All right, so that's that for this video. I will try to if you like these up next on the shelf videos, I'll try to be a little more on top of it. Because I know it's kind of cool to, at least I know for me, it's cool when I watch other people's videos that are sort of like this, because it gives them an opportunity to kind of show some random stuff from their collections that they might not otherwise have any reason to bring up. So yep, that's it for this stack. The next stack has some good stuff in it, so check in for that video whenever it ends up happening. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're familiar with any of these releases, please let me know what you think of it. And if you really hated this video and you're still watching, I'm not sure why, but I deeply apologize to you. And yeah, have a good day.